meeting in the kitchen, fun ahead. Judith with her apron, wind a thread. She's got the spices, smiles so bright. Cooking with Judith right by my side. By my side. Chop, chop, sizzle, frying pan heat. From pancakes to a fancy feast. Cooking with Judith, fun to say the least. The least.
Welcome to my kitchen. I'm Judith. Does this feel like a massive case of deja vu? It's not. I realized that my first try at Korean fried chicken turned out so much better. So I decided to redo the video. I'll leave out the brine and making the glaze. But if you want to see that, just go back to the previous video, which will have all that in it. Today we're just going to concentrate on the actual chicken and the chicken coating. So I hope this clears up a few questions and gets you an even crispier fried chicken. For the batter for the Korean fried chicken, it's a little counterintuitive. So we need either the Korean fried chicken powder, which is kind of hard to find, and I couldn't find any, although I wasn't surprised that I couldn't here. To substitute, we need a cup of all-purpose flour and remove 2 tablespoons replace those 2 tablespoons with the same amount of corn starch. I'm going to add a good healthy pinch of salt. If you have kosher salt, that's best. And then we're going to add a half a cup. Oops, let me this so I can measure. Of corn starch or potato starch if you have potato starch. I quite often do, but I don't today, so corn starch it is. A little more than half a cup there. There we go. And give that a good mix together. Now for the 5 chicken legs that I'm doing, chicken drumsticks, this is going to be way, way, way too much. But we do need, oops, if I quit spilling it, half of it, or about half. So I'm going to put a half a cup, just a little more maybe, into another container. And this is where it gets different, because you don't flour your chicken pieces first, then put them in the wet batter. You actually put them in the wet batter first, and then you flour them. So we're going to mix this with water just to make a thin batter, and it should take pretty much an equal amount of water to dry. But you want a thin batter, well, fairly thin batter. If it's too thin, you're going to get a really thin, crispy crust. If it's too thick, you're going to get a very thick, crunchy crust. So you kind of want it pretty much a thin pancake batter. So just mix that till it's smooth. I think we're a little on the thin side there. That's a little thin. Add just a little more flour to that. There you go. That was only about maybe a tablespoon, probably less. but that's looking much more the consistency we want. So now we're going to heat our oil to 340 or 170 Celsius, 340 Fahrenheit, and then we're going to start frying our chicken. Alright, now to batter your chicken, take them out of the brine, drain them well, and we're going to coat them in batter. This is where it gets different. Normally you would put them in the flour first and then the batter, but we're going to put them in the batter, let it drip off, and then into the flour. And you want to space them. If you have to, do it in 2 batches. I think I will have to. Then cover. Oops. Before we cover, sprinkle some more of the cake flour or Korean chicken powder over. You don't want them to stick together, so you don't want to do too many at a time. Close them up and give it a good shake. There we go. Pull the lid off. Aha! Ready to go. Let me see, my oil is hot enough. Yeah, it's there. So I'm just going to put these aside. They'll go into the oil in just a moment. Time to get the last 2 ready to go. Okay. Now, as I said, if you don't have a thermometer, get a piece of the batter and pop it in. Oops. It's got to let go of your finger. There we go. Pops right up to the top. We are ready to fry. So, shake off the excess and drop in your chicken. And just have a plate with some paper towel and a rack ready to drain it on. The temperature will drop, and that's fine because you want to make sure it cooks all the way through. Let it turn. Let's actually get that out of the way for now. It's going to take about 5 minutes per side. You may want to turn it 3 or 4 times just to make sure of even cooking. So we will continue to cook and we'll come back when it's all done. So once you've got your chicken cooked, we're going to double fry, and this will give you the crispy. So we need to raise the temperature. Okay, now that we've got that initial sizzle on, you need to raise the temperature of your oil up to 375 Fahrenheit. It will drop quickly. And turn your chicken. You only need them in there for a couple of minutes. Assuming they're already all fully cooked. If you want a craggier looking chicken, forgo the wet batter and just do the flour. So we have our fried chicken. We're gonna baste it with our soy honey sauce. You can use a spicy sauce or whatever you like, but I prefer the soy honey. Okay, and served with traditional pickled daikon. I also added some soy pickled garlic. And I have corn on the cob because I like corn on the cob. So let's try. Crunchy, flavorful. And the pickles cut through any oily taste. That is so good. We just Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, share. If you've been watching my videos for a while and you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. This is the best way to help me promote my channel. Oh, this is so good.